Yeah, I was trying to do like a nice six segue or transition, coming into the frame here. Anyway, yeah, see that lighting? I don't really like how that lighting looks on my face there. Anyway, I thought I'd, you know, continue on with the webcam so you guys can get used to the quality of videos I'm going to make, I suppose. But like I said, I'm going to change the webcam. So this is part 2 of the other video. I wanted this video just to be a separate sort of explanation vlog for an official update, because I couldn't really cover, because I talk too much on my videos. Yeah, I'm not really, that organized when it comes to, I just like to say it, whatever I can say. But yeah, so on my other video, you might have seen me showing my rig off and explaining, showing what my specs are, what I bought, what I put together. So, and yeah, what my struggles were, and then, yeah, so now that that is all over and done, I'm going to explain updates, what's going to happen on this channel. So, yeah, so, so yeah, I've got a few ideas for what I want to upload right now. Man, this hoodie here is like really pissing me off how it's just like, there we go, that looks better. So, I wanted to, yeah, so to explain everything, there's obviously a lot of ideas that I have in general about, where I'm going to, take my life, where, everything is, just ultimately going to end up. Now that I've got the rig complete, always like calling it a rig, but now that I've got it complete, there's obviously, it opens up a lot of opportunities for me to go into different things, whether that involves like editing videos, making streams, though I think it might still take a while to make streams, so I think first I should, get into what's going to happen to the channel. So differences will be, so the changes that are going to come onto the channel will be that, so I will be making, so I'll be making stuff, I'm trying to focus, I'm trying to make stuff, offline, so something that doesn't involve using the internet, that would need to use up fast upload speeds. So I'm going to focus on just editing stuff locally, and then piece it together, then upload it on YouTube. So I think basically post-production level kind of stuff, you just edit stuff and put it out. So that's what my videos would be, like I would just, record something at one point, put it together and then just upload it on the channel. That's just what it's going to be for a while. So that's what my workflow, if it's going to be a workflow, because it will be work in a way, but it's something that I enjoy, so I'd like to make that clear. So yeah, so I'm gonna just do that, and the type of content I'm going to make will be reactions and gameplay videos, which will kind of fall into gameplay, commentary or reactions. So I tend to have a bit of an interest in commentary in general, since I've been watching a lot of YouTubers recently. YouTubers like Asmongold, Tectone. So I'm more into, more conservative, even slightly right-wing content, I would say. Because, yeah, I don't think I want to necessarily, though, I'm just going to leave it at that. Because I do have quite strong political views, like, not just that, like, I'm not really happy with how the world is right now, with how, maybe it's more of a cultural thing. I don't know, but it's like, I just don't really like how everything is. And yeah, I would just prefer to just keep my own corner and just stay in my own lane. Because talking about that stuff, I mean, it's quite divisive, and then people become violent. So, it's not necessarily, a good place to be. People are just way too attached to their opinions. When that's all they are, man. They're just opinions. They don't fucking matter. So, I mean, yeah, they're just, stupid shit. Anyway, like, so I'm just doing what I want to do. I mean, that's all that matters for the time being, and I just want to progress my life forward. So, while I'll be honest, like, while I'm still on Centrelink, I am trying to figure out an exit strategy. I mean, this is part of that exit strategy. It's more of a hobby, but I'm hoping to build it into something that is sustainable financially. My content creation. But it's not going to be the only thing I'm going to try and work on. Like, obviously, I still have to fulfill obligations for the government, and I have to, show them that I'm applying to jobs, which I'm showing that. But I'll be honest, I'm not necessarily that serious about it. Because, it's like, you can't really manage, like, what I really want to do. It should be pretty clear to you guys that, like, I want to make content online, and whatever that is, like, if it's making films, just making videos. I don't know how I'm going to start off making films. I mean, that will probably take a bit of a while as well. It depends how I feel about it, and if I want to really pursue something like that, like if I want to give myself that extra challenge, then it's certainly something that I'm going to think about. Yeah, knowing me, I might want to pursue that. If things, don't really get, interesting enough. Just making, reactions and commentary videos. And yeah, just like streaming and all that. So if it's not like, if I need that extra itch, I need to, make a whole narrative story, I'll just start small and go from there if I need to. So that's really the whole plan around that. There's still somewhat of an interest, definitely, to make short films. But yeah, at the moment, I want to obviously get into a different medium, which is, streaming, commentary, reactions. Because I personally like that kind of content, and I think it's a lot more easier to produce as well. It's more convenient. That's why it's more easier. Now, yeah, building a PC was not convenient, alright? Like, that was a bit challenging at the start. But would I do it again? Absolutely. Like, I think I'm a lot more confident in handling building another PC from scratch if I wanted to. But I see no need to, because I've already got one. So, but yeah, if I ever need to upgrade, I've got the skill for it now, or I know what to expect. Since I've run into, so many issues with compatibility, and then not sticking the cables where they're, not supposed to go. So, mainly with my graphics card, and not putting another cable into the where into the back of the motherboard area on the PSU. Apparently that needed 2 cables. So yeah, once I sorted all that, everything powered up and everything was working fine. Typical rookie mistake. Anyway, but yeah, now that I know that stuff, I should be a lot, confident with that. So yeah, that's what I'll really be focusing on. And like I said, so I haven't really explained, I guess, what my exit strategy was. This being part of that, I want to also test out another idea I have, which is to start an online business. Now, I know that sounds very, very groundbreaking, very ground shaking for me, but it's something that should be manageable because it is an online business. I'm going to trial it. I'm not treating it as a real business. I'm treating it, not as like I'm not treating it as a serious, business or even as a way that I can earn serious income. I would just focus on building it. So, it's I am thinking to trial it out on Fiverr, and it's going to be a video editing business or perhaps even an image editing business. So that's why, like I'm downloading Sony Vegas Pro right now, but also so I can make my own videos. Ergo, I'm making my own videos right now, and so that's going to be part of my whole, digital portfolio. Or, these videos I'm making today, these 2 videos, they may not serve as like proper examples for clients, but like, it's just to get me back into editing again. So I feel like, for today, these 2 videos are just like personal, projects or just little things that I can just, use to get back into the whole workflow again. I used to do a fair bit of editing when I was younger on simpler programs. From what I see from Sony Vegas, though, it seems to be seems to have a pretty simple UI. It might be a lot more simpler to use than DaVinci Resolve. I just might prefer using it more than over DaVinci. I tried to use DaVinci, but it just made my videos look like shit when I was reviewing them. Like, it made them look choppy, and I didn't know how to fix that. So it's just a really weird program to use. And then, yeah, I just didn't really know, like, how to navigate it. It didn't really seem like a friendly editor. Like, that's just what I'll say. So, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to, get back into that, learn how to edit stuff again. Though, I got a good mind for it. Like, when you edit something, I believe it's best to shoot some things yourself, like I'm doing now. Because you have an idea, you have a narrative. You need to know what something's going to look like before you go and edit something. That's just how I believe things should be. It's not going to really work if you got, if you download stock footage online, which I considered, and I'm like, well, I'm only getting videos of like certain landscapes or 2 random people talking, and there's no narrative, there's no story to it, and you don't know how it's supposed to really, it's just random, So like when I'm working, I need structure, I need something that makes sense. So it needs to come together like a movie story, essentially. But yeah, it makes sense if I'm making my own videos and I'll know, alright, like this is how that's supposed to end up, like that's how it's supposed to look, It's that sort of thing. I need to work like that. So yeah, I think that's everything that I tried to address in this video. Like, that's my exit strategy. If I still don't get a job by the end of this year, I will plan to go into self-employment assistance, And on top of that, I mean, who knows? Since I do have an interest in computers, I could also go into an IT course as well, part-time, if that's a viable option. Because that would be maybe more of a backup, but it's to show Centrelink as well that I am serious about progressing into something. Because right now I'm at a point where they're going to review my case soon, and then they're going to be like, well, why haven't you found a job yet? And then they're going to send me off to a provider, which I might not mind, but it's just I don't get to manage my obligations. The provider will, and I've heard many bad things about providers. So, you know, the aim is to really show that I'm trying to do something, and I mean I am thinking seriously about it, about both these ideas, about the business idea, about going to a course. So, you know, generally those are two pathways where, you know, I'm building something up, and even with the YouTube channel as well, it can feed the business idea or SEA path. From what I hear, you know, you can get one-on-one mentoring if you enter self-employment assistance later on if you sign up for it. So yeah, it's like if you're on Centrelink, like there's actually really good options to support yourself out of it. You know, as long as you take the initiative. And yeah, right now I'm taking somewhat of initiative, like not fully, but this PC is like was going to be part of that initiative anyway. So it's my contingency plan if I can't get a job. So obviously, yeah, I've been struggling, and you know, I've got called up a few times. I've got called up for EB Games, got shortlisted, but then didn't get the job. So yeah, that happens, you know. But I was proud that I was shortlisted because I was like, wow. Because yeah, it's like I've never been in retail before. So yeah, I'm thinking that my resume must be standing out, or it must be pretty good, I guess. But usually it doesn't tend to. It doesn't usually land. But yeah. But I'm noticing that like a lot of people have been looking at my LinkedIn, and it's just basically an empty profile showing that I'm working at Kilcoy, but I'm actually not. I mean, that was like an account I tried to set up when I was in when I was in a course this year, an online course for Centrelink. Like they wanted us to set up a LinkedIn account, and I was like, so I just, you know, set it up, and yeah, I'm not using it. But it wasn't a requirement though. I said to the teacher, do we have to do this? Like, you know, like I'm not even going to use it. But yeah, so, and it's true, I'm not. So, you know, you'll basically see like an empty account showing that I worked there, but I tried to show that I worked there in the past, but LinkedIn just wouldn't allow me to change that, or I just didn't know how to do that. So yeah, a lot of people are apparently coming across that profile. But yeah, so yeah, people are searching me up. So I'm getting some people looking at me, some interest maybe. Yeah, I guess I've covered everything that I needed to cover for this part 2, this video. So yeah, I thought I'd just deliver something, you know, structured and something to show you guys where I'm thinking of heading, where the channel is really going to go now, and that way, you know, you have something to look forward to. I'm hoping, you know, constantly. I'm hoping that I can make something every now and then. Maybe a couple videos a week seems reasonable, but I might have to make more than that to really get used to the whole streaming side of things as well. Because I'm told that I'll have to, really, my brother-in-law says I have to, what's that word? Grind. That I have to obviously grind a lot, and yeah, I expect that. Um, but yeah, that's the difference between like normal content YouTube, YouTubing versus streaming. Um, with YouTubing though, I feel like the only thing you have to worry about is you have to edit stuff manually. With streaming, I think it's just, I suppose you just like stream something to a platform, as long as you got good internet speed, and then yeah, I mean you just place something up on on your profile, and you don't really have to edit it. Later, you know, the video can be clipped into highlights and what have you, and be placed on the YouTube channel, and that's really all there is to it. That's why I think in a way streaming is more. It can be more convenient. Um, but yeah, I'll have to do all that work myself, like clipping things and, you know, and yeah, just taking bits and pieces when it comes to that. But that's what I'm learning from Asmongold. And I think that's how I found out about his channel. Like, I don't use Twitch, I don't use Kick, but, you know, um, but yeah, like I mainly just found him on YouTube, maybe through some clips, and then or some short, condensed videos from a stream that he made, and that's likely how, my channel is probably going to look in the future when I stream stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking between that and maybe something that's in the form of maybe what the Rad Brad makes, like making edited gameplay videos at first and uploading them on here, and general commentary or reactions. Reason I say general, like I said at the start of the video, I don't really want to cover political matters. Though we'll see. I mean, I don't know like what to do there. It's a pretty ugly topic. Just seeing how culture as a whole has just, because I don't think it's just a political thing. It's more of a cultural thing, and how social media as a whole has affected us. Um, so I just think it's safer to just take the more reasonable approach and not really get involved in those sort of things. Keep those opinions to myself. But all I can say is, yeah, I mean, it's not pretty. It's just not happy where things are, and I just want to do something positive. I mean, that's all I want to do. I just want to support positive ideas, let positive ideas grow, and I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, like generally, I'm the type of guy that just wants what's best for everyone. And what's best for himself. So, yeah, I mean, it just sucks like seeing where the world is and all that, you know. So, yeah, that's why like if I feel pretty strongly about that, you can see it's probably something that I shouldn't get into and I shouldn't cover. So I don't know, but yeah, it's like it is interesting at the same time, but yeah, obviously, yeah, like I said, I just want things to be fun, harmless, something that I guess most people can watch. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'll still try to, as I said, stay in a certain lane of covering content. So So yeah, like I just need, some ideas, and then I'll get the ball rolling. So yeah. So thank you for watching my video. If you watched it all to the end, I appreciate you if you've watched it all. Especially even the last video as well. Who knows how long that was, but I'm gonna find out, aren't I? Test out that Sony Vegas. So yeah, that's all for now. And what can I say? Like I used to say on my old channel, I like my outro. I mean, it's cool. So it's positive. Stay solid. Stay true to yourself. And I'll see you, or you'll see me. Or I'm not seeing you, but you're seeing me in the next video. Peace.